Okay, hello. So, we haven't really had a real team meeting in a while for whatever reason. That's fine. I think this time works better for everybody. Does it work good for the two of you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I think we'll keep it like this for now and see where we get, because I think it's really important that we do this. So there's a lot going on in my world of coaching that I would love to share with you guys, and I don't really have the opportunity too much because I don't see you often enough. So we need to start doing this. So one of the big things there's two big things that are happening, but one of them is really big, I think, and I'm super excited about it. So I'm in a mastermind pod group with some other dynasty coaches that are the same rank that aren't refinery. So these are dynasty coaches that are all star diamonds that all have the same amount of elite points. We all have the same amount of elite points. We're kind of all in the same place in our business, which is really cool. And we have decided as a group that one of the biggest things that we can do for our teams and so on and so forth is to start hosting coach sneak peeks. And we've tried to do it before, right? And they kind of suck. So we've revamped it completely. And what we're doing is we're running what's called a coach, well, not what we're calling it. We're calling it a girl boss test drive. And so we're actually, instead of just talking at people and saying, this is what coaches do to sound good, we're saying, this is what coaches do, now go try it. So every day there's an activity that they're going to do. They're all going to sign up for Beachbody On Demand, the free trial, and do the workouts, or they can be discount coaches that you have, that I have, that anybody has, that have Beachbody On Demand and know everything, and they're discount coaches, but they don't really know what coaching is. Or maybe they've been coaches before and really didn't do a very good job at it because they really didn't know what they were doing. So it's an opportunity for the five of us leaders that have built one. There's me, so I'm 1 star. There's a not brand new, but she's like a diamond, but she's like moving really quickly. Then there's a 3-star, a 2-star, and another 1-star in there. So we've all built past diamond. And it's a really good opportunity for you guys to put people in this group, because the group is going to be run by us. You guys won't have to do anything except for put people in there and kind of follow along so that you can answer questions if they ask you questions, and then hopefully follow up with them and see if they want to be involved in it. And the cool thing is there's no commitment. You know, they don't have to do anything, and there's no investment. So if they want to do it, and they already have Beachbody On Demand, they're already a customer, they're a discount coach, whatever, fine. If they're not, and they're just brand new people that you find or that you've been talking to that haven't signed up yet, they can be in there too and just get the 2-week free trial of Beachbody On Demand. And that's the only investment, but there's no real investment because they can cancel it if they don't like it. So there's going to be 5 days of content. The first day is going to be talking about sharing versus selling and how not to be salesy, because remember when you first became a coach and you're like Beachbody barfing on everybody? I did. I don't know about you, but I sure did. And then the call to action is going to be for these people to post a sweaty selfie from their workout on their feed. That's it. It can be in their story. It can be on their wall. It can be on their grid and Instagram. It doesn't matter where they put it, but they're going to try it. Because I remember when I first became a coach that made me want to barf. Like, it made my face red. I was super embarrassed. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Because I just didn't want to put myself out there. But we're telling people, hey, we're going to do it with you. We're all in this group together. Let's try it. So and then day 2 is going to be, we're going to talk about free groups, and we're going to talk about the details of our not our team, and I'm going to talk about it in a second, but our coach test drive is going to have a free group associated with it that will follow. And I'll tell you why in a second. So the coach test drive is 5 days, and they're going to have 9 days, 2 days for the rest of the week, plus another week. And then the free group will start. There's a reason for that. So we're going to talk on it, talk about it, talk about details, talk about why we do free groups and how easy they are to run. And then the call to action for them is to reconnect with friends, like friends from high school or whatever, just to reconnect with them on Facebook, not being weird, not being odd, just reconnecting. And then the third day, it's talking about connecting with people and people who like and comment on your posts and how you connect with people from there. And then their call to action that day is to invite people to the free group. That's the point of that free group, is so that everybody in the or the Girl Boss Test Drive has somebody to invite, something to invite people to afterwards. So not us inviting people to the free group, not you, but the people that you add in there, asking them to invite people to the free group. And we talk about posting and we give them sample posts on how to do that. And then the Thursday is commenting on 5 people's photos, because that's what we do as coaches. We comment on people's stuff, and that's how we connect with them and get to know them. And so that's their call to action, basically. And we're talking about daily deposits into people's bank accounts, not real bank accounts, but into their relationship accounts. And then we're going to do a Zoom question and answer session that'll just be 30 minutes. And then the 5th and final day will be to reconnect with people through messaging, and the call to action will be, again, inviting to the free group. It's a really simple thing, but the cool thing, to me, the cool thing I think is that they get to try it. And so they're not starting coaching completely clueless. Does that make sense? And so we've set the group up. The group exists. If you guys want to be in it, I'm happy to put you in it. That way you can invite people to it. You can add people to it. And then you can see how we're doing it. But you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is just be a part of it and put people in it. Does that sound like a better way to do a coach sneak peek?
It does.
Doesn't it? I know. So I'll tell you where it comes from in our Star Diamond mastermind group, which is the bigger Star Diamond group in the Dynasty. Holly Hillier does it this way. And this is how she does her sneak peeks, and she's super successful. So we're like, we should probably do it too. So, aw, babies. So doesn't that sound like a more functional way to do a sneak peek?
Yes.
So do you guys want me to add you to that group?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh my. And then, okay, Andy. All right, we need to do another free group. Our team needs to do a free group. So I thought, since it was fall and since we always have some scary numbers when we do this, a crockpot group.
Yep, I knew you were going to say that.
It's good though, right? I mean, and then it gives you so many people to talk to. It's almost like you're overwhelmed. You're like, oh, I have like 80 people to follow up with. That's awesome. Okay, so when do we want to do it? What date? Y'all look at calendars. It's the 22nd of September right now. The sneak peek starts on the 30th, which is Monday, a week from tomorrow. And then that free group will run not the following week, but the week after that. So we can do our group. So the sneak peek runs through the 4th. So
What if we started the 7th?
Huh?
What if we started the 7th?
The 7th is perfect. That's perfect for me. So I'm going to visit Mason on the 11th through the 16th. And I'm going to not talk to anybody from the 11th through the 16th. So that's perfect. Okay. Little cars, 10-7. You want to do completely new recipes and content? Should I just set up don't you think? Because we'll probably have a lot of same people. Okay. So does anybody else, I don't want to take control. Does anybody else want to set up the Google Doc? Does anybody feel real compelled to set up a Google Doc for this?
I'm super, super busy with work with this takeover, so.
Okay, I can do it. I don't mind. And Heather has a new baby. Okay.
I don't have a problem doing it. I just have never started one before, so I don't even know if I know how. But I'm sure I can figure it out.
You want to try?
Sure.
Okay. So do it. Set it up. You have to invite people to it. You have to share it. It's a share thing. If you have questions, just box to me and I'll walk you through it. That's good though. It'll be good for you. It's a new skill. But super easy. You just set up a table and make it like 3 columns, and you'll have the person's name in one column, the post in another column, and pictures in another column. And then I think 5 days. You think 5 days?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 5 days with a 6th day being thank you for joining, if blah, blah, blah. So just put 6 days. And then, so it'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And it doesn't, I can do Friday or Saturday. I'll just post it ahead of time. That's perfect. That gives us plenty of time to invite to it and get a cute little graphic and blah, blah, blah. Good. Okay. Done. All right. And I'm going to add the 2 of you to the GirlBot. It's called Girl Boss Test Drive. And you can watch my stories on Instagram or Facebook where I talk about what we're doing and in a nutshell, so you can see it, and then you can copy it and say what you want to say in your voice, but you can just, you know, whatever take you want to do on it. Good plan.
Yeah. Do we want to
Yep.
be on the Crockpot group or just go into it?
What'd you say?
Do you want to pre-group? Or
Yeah.
no? On the Crockpot day, do we want like an intro day or no? Okay.
Yeah, I like an intro day.
Okay.
I just tell people how the group's going to work and what they should expect. And then I think we should do 2 posts a day like we've been doing, you know, one with a recipe and then one with like a healthy, I don't care what you want to talk about. You know, maybe we should do one day with a like a recipe in the morning. Hold on, let me think about something. Sometimes I think the recipes at night are better actually, because then people might be able to go, oh, I want to make that. Or I don't know, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. But I think let's do something in the morning and then at night, and then do like a healthy habit. So it doesn't have to be clean eating. It can be water, it can be exercise, it can be portion control, it can be anything, you know, just some healthy habit.
Do you think it's too much to have a grocery list prepped for the intro day?
I don't, especially if we can get enough recipes in there that we can compile a grocery list.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that. I think people will really appreciate that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know what would be good too is to break it up by day, you know, and say day 1, grocery list, day 1, put your stuff, day 2, put your stuff. That way people don't go out buying, because I mean, crock-pot meals can last you 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
You have to make it every, you know what I mean? So we can just put grocery list day 1, grocery list day 2, blah, blah, blah. I think that's a great idea. Yeah. You know, and the other thing we could do is we could set up a second Google Doc, and by we, I mean you, Heather, can set up a second Google Doc that's just the grocery list itself. And every time whoever puts their recipe into the Google Doc with the posts can then post their grocery list to the grocery list page, so that we don't end up doing a whole lot. One person doesn't end up doing a whole bunch of extra work trying to make a grocery list.
Sure.
Yeah, because sometimes some of those recipes that you find online will have the grocery list already in it.
Yeah.
And so you can just cut and paste it into the Google Doc that has the grocery list in it and put like your day. So it's your day 3, put day 3 and then put your grocery list.
Perfect.
And then we can make some kind of graphic for it, which I'm so not good at. I finally figured out how to use Canva on my phone. And I'm not all that good at it, but I can do it.
Do you have, what do I use? It's
Or
not
you-
as advanced as like I use Canva for some things, but for my quick ones, Word Swag.
Yeah.
I don't use that. You like that?
Yeah.
I love Word Swag.
I've heard that. Okay, I'm writing it down. Okay. Okay. I'm on it. Okay, good. I want to talk about goals really quick, or not really quick, but I want to talk about goals too, because we haven't talked about that in ages, and we are in the last quarter of the year. But I want to tell you guys really quick that in November, I'm going to the Rise Business Conference, the Rachel Hollis event. We're excited. So hopefully I'm going with Patty, my success partner, and two of her coaches, and then potentially one of my friends who's not a Beachbody coach, but she does Beachbody stuff. She actually is a Beachbody coach. She's just a discount coach, but she's going for her own business, which is a dentistry practice. But I'm super excited. I do plan on going live on our team page to share what's going on while I'm there. But so I went to Brendan Burchard's High Performance Academy last year, and I loved it. It was awesome. It was very motivating. It just wasn't very practical. Hopefully he doesn't hear this, but it wasn't. It was just really motivating, and it lit a fire under you, but then you're like, now what? I don't even have any steps to get the stuff that I'm so excited about done. So my thought personally is that I'm going to invest in my business once a year and go to some sort of business conference like this, but only ones that are practical. So that's something that I looked into before I signed up for this one. And so I had heard her talk about it on our podcast. And she talked specifically about how you're going to walk away with a notebook full of ways to get the stuff done that you want to get done. And she kept saying, super practical, super practical. I'm like, sign me up. So I'll be sharing stuff with y'all that too, but it just might be something that you guys want to think about too. When next year rolls around and you want to invest in yourself and invest in your business. I know it's hard when you have a little tiny baby, but I know Stacy has a ticket to Summit. Are you thinking you're going to go, Heather? Did we talk about this already?
Yeah, I don't know where I'm at with things.
Because you have a baby?
Yes. And an unsuccessful business.
I know, we got to fix that. So that's the goals part. We're going to talk about that in a second. It's not unsuccessful. It's just, I think there's a lot. I think we need to have a one-on-one. And some action items. But anyway, okay. So I was going to tell y'all that I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I'm going to make things work based on that conference, because I don't want to go and spend money on a conference and not be able to do anything with it. So that's important to me. Okay, so let's talk about goals really quick. I will tell you guys what my goal is, and I believe it's kind of a reachy goal, but I'm going to try. I'm trying to go 2-star by the end of the year. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't have a clue, but I'm pushing for it, and I would love for you guys to be a part of that. If you're not, that's fine too. So I know that both of you go, you guys are kind of in the same place with your teams, and I know you probably don't know that, but I do. And you guys kind of go in and out of Emerald, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are your goals between now and December 31st? And they can be tiny, they can be huge. It doesn't matter. Like, if you have a big goal, let's talk about steps to get you to the big goal, so that it doesn't stun you. And so that, because for me, like when I have a really big goal and I know that there's a lot of steps to get there, sometimes I get paralyzed and then I can't do anything. I'm just like, it's too many things to do, can't do it, bye-bye. And I just go watch Beverly Hills 90210. That's what I do, and I get stressed. So I know I'm not. So that said, I understand that because that's how I am. So just what are your goals between now and the end of the year?
Stacey, do you want to go first?
cheesy. She's so cheesy.
Mine is right at this point is really to make it to the end of the year with this work takeover, my daughter's wedding. I'm in and right now I'm laid up in bed with a back that has been thrown out. So
Yikes. It's
yeah,
fun.
that's why I'm not on camera because I'm in the dark.
Aw. Yuck.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm writing. Okay. Do you have any business goals between now and the end of the year? I mean, that's awesome. I think you should make it to the end of the year without dying. That's plus. But do you have any business goals that you would like to try to attain between now and then, even if it's just to shore up your emerald and not drop rank, like anything?
Yeah, that's definitely is to keep my emerald rank. And I don't think I'm emerald right now. I know I'm not emerald right now.
You're half emerald.
Yeah.
Okay. So we just need to work on making you emerald again. That's really the easiest thing to do. And I know that you went emerald overnight. Like you just said, I'm gonna go emerald, and then I'm emerald. So I know you know how to do it.
Yeah.
It took you 24 hours to get there the first time. So what you need to do is do it again. Just do it again. Just same thing you did, do it again, make your emerald solid, and then you can allow that popcorn thing that I call it popcorn, because the people pop in and out of activity, and that's okay when they do that when you're solid. So really getting, like, I'm not saying this is your goal, but getting to diamond is really just making yourself emerald over and over again. It really is. That's all it is. And you know that you can go emerald in 24 hours. So
yes, I can.
I've seen you do it. It was on a Tuesday. You're like, I'm going emerald. And then on Thursday, bing, emerald. So I know you know how to do it. And I would highly recommend that you just do it again. You need to find 2 more people, put them in the right place, call it a day, because then you won't drop rank. And you just continue to do that. Like, that's what you do when you're already diamond. You just keep going emerald to keep your diamond stable. And then you do it in the second business center and your husband's business center. You just keep doing the same thing, and you know how to do it. It's just a matter of finding the people and doing it. So your goal, when you can breathe for a second, is to find 2 people that would love to be discount coaches, and maybe even coaches. Sneak peek is a really good opportunity for you to talk about on your stories and see if there's people that are interested. I mean, who knows out there who's watching you? You don't know unless you ask. So I would talk up this little coach sneak peek. It doesn't start until a week from Monday. So you've got 7 days. My plan is to talk about it once every 24 hours. So there to always be a series of 4 or 5 little 15-second blurbs in my stories about the coach sneak peek every 24 hours, not at the same time. I don't want people going, oh gosh, you talked about it twice. I wait till it goes away, and then I'm going to add another one until it starts. That's what I'm doing. And I had 2 people that saw it that were like, I want in. So one of them's on Instagram. I don't even know if she's on Facebook, so I got to deal with that. But anyway, okay, Heather, your turn. Stacy, I like the goals. I think they're doable, and you can absolutely have a strong, solid emerald base and not lose your rank and not go crazy. Okay. Heather's turn.
So I'm putting in reminders to talk about the sneak peek.
Oh, I love it. Baby.
Food. Okay. How do I not share my screen with you guys so I can feed her?
Oh, Oh, you just go on the bottom of the screen, stop video on the left. There you go.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
I'll whip my boob out. My goal would be to, I guess, kind of figure out if I'm going to be able to create a new following, or to create more of a steady stream, because I need a second source of income. So I have to do a make or break if this is going to be it, and to be able to kind of revive, which has been a struggle. And I've tried a bunch of different techniques. So I guess trying to find one that works and sticks, to see if this will be a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Okay, so tell me this. What is it that will tell you that it's a real thing? Like, what are the milestones or the benchmarks that'll say, yeah, this is it? Like, what is it?
I mean, if I could consecutively meet just even Success Club, whatever it is now, six.
Yeah.
Each month, I would be ecstatic.
Okay. That's a good one. That's like the best, actually, benchmark of whether your business is growing or not.
Yeah. And it's been a really long time since it's done that.
Okay. What else?
What else? What
would be a good like indicator to you that this is it, that this is the business that's going to help, that's going to be that second source of income? Like, do you have a paycheck goal, or you don't want to share that with a group? It doesn't matter to me.
Oh, I mean, initially working up to making 500 extra a month would be fantastic.
You've done that before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So 2 big things are Success Club and a paycheck that means something to you.
Yep.
Okay. And that's enough. How about adding more discount coaches to keep your rank so that you have the volume, the whatchamacallits, cycles?
Yeah. Yes, but the other part I think is more important to me right now.
The paycheck.
Yeah, and the new customers, like that's the biggest thing. Like my discount customers or coaches, I mean, the majority of them have stayed. The ones that are lifers are lifers.
Yeah.
The other ones, like I need to focus on getting new customers that maybe I could eventually convert to discount coaches. But my main thing right now would be customers, just to get things going.
Awesome. I love it. Okay. That's super doable too. And I will tell you, Heather, that you are very good at sharing your lifestyle on your stories. Do you watch how many people watch your stories?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a good number of people?
It varies drastically based on the day. I would say the majority of them probably have 85 to 160 people.
And how many followers do you have?
7 something.
That's amazing. So I usually have 100 views on my story, and I have almost 2,900 followers. So what that tells me is that the people that you have care about you. Like, they care about what you're doing. So you also do a really good job about talking about your workouts, about showing your workouts. You do a really good job of that.
Which is paused right now because I'm not in a dark room on my back like Stacy is, but I am completely out of commission.
You're what?
Completely out of commission.
What do you mean? Like at the moment?
I'm broken. Yeah, I'm waiting to start physical therapy which they didn't have room for me for.
Okay.
So I have not been working out at all. Hardly.
but that's okay. So my point in this is that, and that's actually interesting too, and something you should talk about, is that where, and I'm only telling you this because I come from the same place, and same for you, Stacy. I come from the same place in the sense that I am really good about showing my workouts, really good about it. But at the end of the day, who cares? So what I've been working on is talking about why the workouts, what's so great about them, what's so fabulous, why Beachbody, and not talking about Beachbody specifically, but why doing what you're doing. Because Beachbody on Demand, because streaming video, because you can do it wherever you want. All those things, all the reasons why people would say, oh yeah, that's for me. Number one. And number two, the other thing that I'm working on, and if y'all watch my stories, you'll see it. I try to talk about coaching almost every single day. And maybe that's not where y'all are right now, and that's okay. But you at least have to start talking about why you chose, and in your case, you guys are both laid up. So why you continue to choose Beachbody. Why you continue, even though you're laid up, why you would continue, and why it's okay to be in a broken situation where your body's not working, but that you still have plans and you're still focused on your nutrition, and you're still drinking your water, and you're still drinking your Shakeology, and you're talking about, I am down for the count. However, I am still paying attention to my nutrition. I'm still paying attention to my water intake. I'm still paying attention to my Shakeology because I need my superfoods every single day. And that's all you can do right now because you're broken, you're injured. But here's what you can do, because I think a lot of people just forget it. If I can't do the exercise, well, I'm not going to do anything. And that's not good, right? We know that's not good. So I think it's really good to be able to talk about what you can do and why you're still doing it. And to use your voice, because I'm finding on my stories, and Heather, you probably are too, that when you talk, you get more views. Are you finding that? She's muted.
Yes.
And you get more views on the stories that don't have talking. You just get more views, period. And people like to hear your voice. They like to know what you're about and who you are, and get to know your personality, because that's how things are working in this day and age. That's how people are getting to know people, is on social media. And so if you go on and you make an effort to start talking about this stuff, you will have people start saying, when can I start? How does this work for me? I've got questions for you. And the other thing I would say that I think has helped me a lot is to start to interact with your audience. Not about Beachbody stuff necessarily, but if you post like I don't know, whatever, like a onesie or something, I don't know. And then you can ask a question about it, like what's your favorite brand of onesie? Or, a poll, like, do you have mittens on your onesies? Yes or no? Because it starts to develop a community around the people who you're talking to. And Stacy, you've got people to talk to too. You've got a wedding going on right now. So you can start interacting with your crowd by asking them questions about the wedding, about how they planned their wedding, or how they planned their kids' wedding. I mean, you want to start talking to your people and engaging them in your life, because that's when they start to trust you and like you. And y'all are both super likable. So there. That's something y'all think you can do?
Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed that, I think the numbers decrease when I do exercise videos.
Same.
I have my consistent group, but other people just are like, nah, step and
tune out.
When I talk, or when it's dog or baby related, I have a lot more watchers.
Yep, exactly. And I think the more you can talk about why you're doing what you're doing, especially in y'all's two situations, the fact that you are laid up, and be honest, like, I'm laid up. I don't want to drink all the water, but I'm going to force myself to do it because I know it's what's best for my body. Things like that, to try to get people to understand what you're going through, because then they've probably been through it too, and then they relate to you, which is really good. Make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's working for me, you know, and Heather, I would like to have some one-on-one time with you in regards to especially the Success Club goals, because I have some thoughts on that and ways that I manage to hit Success Club every month. And the $500 thing, if you really want it, I can help you do that for October. No joke.
Okay.
But you got to want it a lot.
I want it.
Okay, well then we need to have a one-on-one call about that. Stacy, I'm not leaving you out of it. I know that you have a ridiculous amount of stuff going on, and I am always here for you. If you want to meet one-on-one to talk about stuff, I'm happy to do it. I just don't want to take up your time when you don't have it. But if you're seriously laying in bed and you have nothing else to do but think about your business, well then let's have a one-on-one. Tell me, I'll be here for you. I think it's really, really important that we stay together on our goals, because I'm doing all kinds of training that I'm just soaking up and learning so much about leading teams, but also about adding to teams and doing all this awesome stuff. But I have to have people to share it with. So I would love to help you guys reach those goals that you want to reach. And I think I can really help you get there. I know I can. So I will send both of you a message, and you guys can tell me what works for you in terms of time, and let's set up some time to meet and to figure out how we're going to reach the goals. And it's the 22nd. So, you know, Stacy, if you want to talk, I'm happy to talk. I just don't want to stress you out. Heather, you have 8 days to make a plan for October, and we can do it. And you're going to have to work about 20 or 30 minutes a day, 7 days a week, but it's totally doable, and then some. And if you really do it, you really will make $500. Easy.
Gotcha.
Easy. So I'll send you a message and we'll figure out a good meeting time. I'm going to add you guys to the Girl Boss Test Group, and then we'll wait to get our invites to Heather's, whatchamacallit, her Google Docs of the group list. Huh?
Jason, will you send me an email with your, or a message with your email in it, or just do it in the chat here?
Yep, I can do it.
Oh, don't do it here. We're about to get cut off.
Okay.
I'll send it to you over Messenger.
Okay, perfect.
I'll send you guys both a message right now, and we'll figure out times and stuff to do. But I'm glad to see you both, and I'll see you again in the next call, which may be next week. I think we'll probably do next week. We won't do every week, but I think we will next week, just because we got a lot coming. Oh, there you are again. Oh, baby.
Oh, there she is.
Hi, baby. Oh my gosh, she's so stinking cute. Aww. Is she a good baby?
She's amazing, baby.
Is she?
Yep. Unless she's hungry, she is the happiest thing.
Oh, she's spitting. Neat.
Of course.
Because that's what they do.
At least it wasn't green. We just had some avocado, so.
Oh, she's eating food.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Here's
Aww. Does she look a lot like her brother? I feel like she does.
Kind of. I mean,